Good day, my dear friends. Once again, a happy Easter to you all. We have to keep that glow of Easter alive. This weekend, the book of Acts features very prominently, and indeed we will be reading from Acts for a good while to come in this post-Easter season. And reading Acts, it sounds like a 100-meter dash. There are dramatic speeches. We read of persecutions, trials, hardships, conversions, and very vivid depictions of life in the early Christian community, all focused on two personages, Peter and Paul. Everywhere the Holy Spirit is at work, enabling the work and spread of the early church. We are told, for instance, this weekend in Acts 5, verses 1 to 16, that believers were added to the Lord, multitudes, both men and women, so that they even carried out the sick into the streets and laid them on beds and pallets, that as Peter came by, at least his shadow might fall on some of them. And we also told that the people also gathered from the towns around Jerusalem, bringing the sick and those afflicted with unclean spirits, and they were all healed. So that is the spirit that comes through in Acts in this post-Easter season. Some amazing stuff. And the impetus for all this, of course, is the Easter event. It was like a crack in the wall of a dam. Suddenly, the old dam wall burst forth, and all that was walled in, all the fear and doubt and shame, was absolutely wiped away. There was a flood that came out that threatened everything in its path. And as we read, we realize that this is not the bumbling, tragic events in the Garden of Gethsemane with sleepy disciples and bullying soldiers gambling for a man's clothes. It is not a frightened, subdued disciple warming himself and insisting that he does not know this man at the insistence and urging of a nagging, nosy woman. Instead, we find a bold and triumphant church, converting, healing, and preaching everywhere. Christ is presented in the second reading, clad in the robe of a high priest, wearing a gold sash like a king. He is exalted at the right hand of the Lord, as we sing in today's psalm. Is this the same man who was stripped naked and beaten, jeered at and spat upon? Just a week ago we were reading about this. It is really amazing. It all seems kind of surreal. Equally dramatic is the change in the apostles. We are told that they are spirit-filled. The breath of the Lord had been breathed upon them. We find them now filled with great joy and spiritual strength. But over all of this, it is the sheer energy of Acts that is most remarkable. There's a passionate embrace of ministry as the apostles go out and spread the good news. One wonders whether today the same energy is apparent in our churches. Despite all the obstacles that the apostles faced in this early period of church history, they had a very vital faith. They had fellowship. They had confidence in a God who was guiding their daily lives. And they had a genuine concern for the poor. My prayer this weekend is that our own faith will have that same vitality and energy as we live out our spiritual lives in this post-Easter season. My dear friends, let us embrace all that Easter has to offer. Let it empower us. May the Spirit continue to work in us as we go forth to spread the good news. God bless you all. Take care.